Okay, are you ready? Let's talk fall fashion. We're doing a deep dive.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
What's that?
fall fashion 2024. Specifically, we're looking at this article from Vanessa Jane fashion website.
Okay.
It's called Fall Fashion 2024, The Ultimate Guide to Trends and Wardrobe Essentials by Martha Russell.
It's like a good one.
So whether you are like already a fashionista, you know all about this stuff, or you're like me and you just kind of want to know what to wear,
Yes.
this is the deep dive for you.
I love it. And I think what I really like about this article is it starts with this concept of like a fall foundation.
Okay.
So it's not just about like chasing trends, it's about having those key pieces that you can then
Got it.
build so many outfits from.
Okay, so like a capsule wardrobe, but for fall.
Exactly.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so what are we talking about here? What are the must-haves?
Well, we're first up, I feel like it wouldn't be fall without denim.
Right.
So they hit the classics like the Levi's 501s.
Those are always good.
Always a good investment.
Yeah.
But then they get a little more adventurous with the a gold low-slung puddle jean.
Puddle jeans. Okay, what are those? Like,
Right.
meant to drag on the ground?
Yeah, that's the idea. It's a little bit of a bolder look.
Yeah.
But it plays into this whole resurgence of Y2K fashion that we're seeing.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
low-rise waists, the looser fits are,
A blast from the past.
yeah, for sure. A little bit of, hopefully we've all learned our
Yeah.
styling lessons from back then.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What else is in this foundation?
Well, you got to have the trench coat. It's
It's
just,
a classic.
it's such a classic. And they give you options. They talk about, like a high-end Kate trench, or if you're looking for something a little more attainable, a Zara one.
Okay. I've always wanted a good trench coat, but I feel like there are so many options. Like, what
Yeah.
makes one trench better than another?
Well, fabric is key. Like
Yeah.
you want something that's going to, hold up in the rain, but still has that classic drape. And then it's all about the details, right? Like the buttons, the lining, the belt.
Okay.
It all adds up.
It all matters.
Yeah.
All right, so we got denim, we got the trench coat. What else is in our arsenal?
They talk about the perfect white shirt, which, seems simple, but
Yeah.
finding the right one can be tricky. This article, they highlight an oversized style from J. Crew,
Okay.
and it ties into this movement towards effortless chic, which I think is
Oh, effortless chic sounds
Yeah.
very good, especially as the weather gets colder and all I want to do is just like be warm and cozy.
be comfortable. Yeah, it's all about looking put together,
Yeah.
but not trying too hard.
Yeah.
Think like, slouchy silhouettes, natural fabrics, just more of a relaxed vibe.
I am on board with that.
Yes. What else? They mentioned the perfect tee. And again, you might think, okay, that's kind of basic, but it's all about the fabric. It's about finding those tees that
Right.
elevate even a simple jeans and a tee outfit.
So like instead of just throwing on any t-shirt, it's
Yeah.
like something that's a little more like, I don't know.
Yeah, elevated. A
Yeah.
little more luxurious. And then, last but not least, to round out this fall foundation, they've got elevated leggings.
Leggings. I thought we were past the leggings as pants.
Yeah. Well, these aren't your average,
Right.
gym leggings. They're talking about brands like Totome are making leggings now with like amazing fabrics and tailored details.
Okay, yeah.
So they can actually look really sophisticated.
It's like blurring the lines between loungewear
Yes.
and, out in the world wear.
Exactly. So once you have those foundation pieces, then you can start having fun with all the trends.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now that we've got our base, let's see what we can do to spice things up with these trends. What's catching your eye?
Well, get ready to see a lot of brown this fall. But not just any brown.
Right.
Like we're talking rich chocolates, warm caramels.
Like specifically those colors, why do they make sense for this fall?
I think it reflects a few things. First, there's this growing interest in sustainability and natural elements, and I feel like brown just fits into that so well.
Yeah.
But it's also about like comfort and warmth,
Yeah.
as the days get shorter, and we just crave that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the color, but it's
Yeah.
about what it represents too.
It evokes a feeling for sure.
Yeah.
What else? We've got Mary Janes are back,
Ooh.
but they're not your childhood Mary Janes.
Okay.
No, we're seeing them with like chunky soles and interesting embellishments, just like a modern twist on it.
That's a trend I can get behind.
Yeah. A little bit of nostalgia, but with a cool edge.
Exactly. What about like pants and skirts? Like what?
Yeah. So wide leg trousers are big,
Okay.
flattering on everyone, and they have that effortless 70s vibe that's still going strong.
Mm-hmm. And are maxi skirts still having a moment?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're just so versatile. You can, wear them with boots for a more casual look or dress them up with heels.
Okay, I love it. Love a piece that can go from day to night.
Yeah.
What about layering pieces?
Ooh. Well, vests and sweater vests are having a moment,
Ooh.
which I love. You can go for like that preppy look, a cable knit vest over a shirt or like a little more tailored.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially for like transitional weather, where it's not quite cold enough for a coat, but you need something.
Yeah, it's that perfect in-between piece.
I got it.
Yeah.
And speaking of layering, they talked about striped knitwear.
Oh yeah, stripes never really go out of style.
Right.
But we're seeing them kind of get a fresh update
Okay.
with bolder colors and widths this season.
I love it. A classic, but with a twist.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, we already talked about trench coats for the foundation, but I saw cropped trench jackets as a trend.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difference there?
It's all about proportion.
Yep.
A cropped trench hits higher on the waist, which looks great with high-waisted pants or skirts.
Yeah.
So it's just a more modern take on that classic silhouette.
Okay. So it's like the little sister to the
Exactly.
full-length trench.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for outerwear, suede jackets.
Oh, suede jackets. Just scream fall to me.
Oh, I love the feel of suede.
Right. It's so soft.
It's just so luxurious.
Yeah. It's this beautiful warmth and depth to it, both visually and texturally.
Yeah.
It just feels really rich and sophisticated.
Yeah.
And it pairs so well with all those warm brown tones that we were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Good, right.
All right, so we've talked about the clothes, but what about accessories?
Oh, accessories.
They make the outfit, right?
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, structure handbags are having a moment.
Yeah.
Which, I'm here for it. They're just so chic and practical. The article specifically calls out the Kuyana Easy Tote.
Oh, I've seen that. I've been wanting that.
It's, such a classic. It's an investment. You'll have it forever.
A good one.
Yeah. And then, I feel like if you want to add a little bit of personality, statement scarves are a great way to go.
Ooh. What kind of statement scarves are we talking? Like bold patterns are back.
Yeah, bold patterns are back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to experiment with color and pattern.
Yeah.
Like animal prints or geometric designs or even, a beautiful floral.
So just add a little pop.
Yeah, a little pop.
To your look.
Exactly. And then for jewelry, we're actually seeing a shift towards minimalism.
After years of maximalism, I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. A little bit of palette cleanser,
Yeah.
So we're talking delicate gold chains, simple hoops, maybe a single statement ring.
Okay.
It's about quality over quantity.
I love that.
Yeah.
It just feels very I don't know, elegant and understated.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I want to touch on before we move on is the styling tips the article gives.
Yeah.
Because I think it's even with all the best pieces in the world, knowing how to put them together.
Yeah, you gotta know how to wear it.
Yeah, you gotta know how to wear it. So one of the first things they say is, don't be afraid to mix and match trends.
Okay.
You don't have to go all in on one look.
Right.
So, for example, you could take that striped knitwear we were talking about and pair it with the wide leg trousers and the Mary Janes.
Ooh, cute.
Just for a fun,
I love it.
eclectic vibe.
It's a little bit of everything we've talked about.
It is.
Yeah.
And layering, obviously, is key for fall, but do it strategically.
Oh.
Use those vests, the crop jackets, the scarves to add depth without looking bulky.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about the balance, right?
Yeah, it's all about the balance.
Warmth and style.
Exactly. And, don't forget about the power of monochrome. This fall, embracing brown from head to toe can be incredibly chic.
Okay, but can you add a pop of color to brown?
Absolutely. You could do a burgundy or a forest green would look stunning with those warm brown tones.
Oh.
It's all about personalizing it,
Yeah, I love
Make it your own. Yeah.
It's fashion's not about following rules.
No.
It's about expressing yourself.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh, they also talk about, playing with textures.
Ooh.
So combining suede and knits and silks can add a lot of dimension and interest to an outfit. Think of it like creating a tactile experience with your clothes.
Ooh. So we're thinking about color, silhouette, layering, and now texture. It's like a fashion puzzle.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's about combining all those elements to create this really cohesive and stylish a whole look.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we need to talk about something really important,
Mm-hmm.
which is sustainable fashion. Yes.
Because, we want to look good,
Yes.
but we also want to feel good about our choices, right?
Absolutely. And the article does touch on this, and it is something we should all be considering, especially as we update our wardrobes for a new season.
So for those of us that are maybe new to this whole
Yeah.
world of sustainable fashion, what are some
Yeah.
actionable steps we can take?
Well, starting with the fabrics is always a good idea. So look for clothing that's made from, things like organic cotton or bamboo or recycled materials.
Okay. And why are those things better?
Well, they have a much smaller environmental impact than conventional fabrics. So, for example, organic cotton is grown without harmful pesticides.
Okay.
And recycled materials help reduce waste and conserve resources.
So it's not just about the final product, but it's about the whole
Yeah.
process of how it gets made.
Exactly, yeah. And, another thing is investing in pieces that are well made and will last longer.
Yeah.
It's, again, quality over quantity. So instead of buying a ton of cheap, trendy things that are going to fall apart,
Yeah.
invest in
Invest in those key pieces.
something good.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about making more conscious choices,
Yeah.
and really investing in things that we truly love and will cherish for a long time.
It's like changing your mindset from fast fashion to slow fashion.
Slow fashion.
Yeah. All right, before we wrap up, I saw a little section in here about
Yeah.
emerging trends to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun to get a little sneak peek
Yeah.
at what might be big in the future. It's like our little fashion crystal ball.
So what did this crystal ball say?
Okay. So it looks like bold prints and patterns are starting to make a comeback,
Well, right.
particularly animal prints.
All right.
But, a word of caution. A little goes a long way with those,
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
You don't want to overwhelm your look with too much print.
Hmm.
So just use it kind of as an accent. Yeah. And another thing to keep an eye on is statement outerwear.
Ooh, like what kind?
We're talking oversized coats, dramatic silhouettes, luxurious fabrics, interesting details.
Oh.
Think of it as wearable art
Ooh.
that makes a statement while keeping you warm.
I love a good statement coat.
It's like the cherry on top, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we covered just about everything in this article.
I feel like I just got a master class.
We did.
In fall fashion 2024.
And remember, this is just the beginning. Fashion's constantly evolving, and there's always more to discover.
I feel like we covered so much in this deep dive.
I know, right?
Fall fashion 2024.
Yes, so much good stuff.
I mean, we talked about those foundational pieces, the trends, even, a sneak peek into the future of fashion. So before we wrap up, I would love to hear what resonated most with you from all this.
Ooh, good question. You know what? I think the thing that really stuck with me was that idea of building that fall foundation.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to get caught up, like you said, in the excitement of trends.
Yeah.
But having those timeless, versatile pieces
Yes.
makes getting dressed so much easier.
Right. It's like having those
It really does.
building blocks for your wardrobe.
Yes.
And speaking of building blocks, I personally was smitten with
Yeah.
the return of brown.
Oh, the brown.
I love it.
I love it.
It just feels so rich and cozy and
It's just, yes, and it just feels very
yep.
right for this time of year.
And those warm,
Yeah.
earthy tones. It just
Yes.
it does feel very autumnal and
It does. It almost feels like bringing the outdoors in.
yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
by the modern take on Mary Janes.
Oh, the Mary Janes.
I know, right?
Yeah, I love that they've gone from this childhood staple
Right.
to this really stylish shoe.
Yes. It's those chunky soles
Yes.
and those embellishments.
That gives them such a cool contemporary edge,
Yes.
but still retaining that little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, fashion is about reinvention
It is.
and reinterpretation, right?
Yes, I love that.
I love those wide leg trousers.
Oh, the wide legs, so good.
They're just so flattering.
So flattering.
And I love that you can dress them up, dress them down, real workhorse in your wardrobe.
Yeah, they're comfortable and chic and
Yeah.
effortlessly cool.
Yeah.
And it taps into that 70s
Yes.
fashion influence that's still going strong.
So going. Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What was your personal favorite trend?
Ooh, that's hard. You know what? I think I have to go with the suede jackets.
Oh, sweet.
Suede. There's just something so luxurious and autumnal about it.
Yes.
And I love how it just adds that like texture and depth.
Yes.
It feels special, you know?
It does.
And it's perfect for layering over those striped knits we were talking about.
Yeah. Yes. So before we go, I want to circle back
Yeah.
to sustainable fashion because
Yes, it's so important.
it's so important. We want to look good and feel good about our choices.
Absolutely. And like I said, you know, it's something we should all be more mindful of, especially as we kind of shop for a new season. And it doesn't have to be this like overwhelming thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many small steps we can take, like choosing organic fabrics or buying secondhand.
Right.
Or investing in those pieces that are going to last a long time.
Exactly. And it's about, you know, making those choices and
yeah, being more mindful.
shifting the mindset from fast fashion to something, you know,
Yes.
more sustainable.
More mindful. Yeah, I love that.
I think it's time to wrap up
Yes.
our deep dive into fall fashion 2024.
I think so too.
But before we go, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Oh, good idea.
After all this talk about trends and must-haves, I think the most important thing to remember is that fashion is ultimately about expressing yourself.
Yes.
It's not about following the rules.
No.
It's about, you know, like
It's about having fun.
experimenting, finding what works for you.
Exactly. Like, don't be afraid to break the rules.
Yeah.
And create a style that is uniquely you.
So as you head into fall,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to experiment.
Yes.
Try new things.
And wear what makes you feel good.
Yes. Wear what makes you feel confident and happy.
I love that.
And if you're looking for more inspiration, you can find the full article on vanessajanestore.com. We just scratched the surface here.
We did. Yeah, there's a whole world out there.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into fall fashion 2024.